San Francisco, January 29th, 2026. Courtroom 9, U.S. District Court, Northern District of California. A man sits alone at the defendant's table. He's 38 years old. He looks calm. The jury foreman stands up.
Guilty. 7 counts of economic espionage. 7 counts of theft of trade secrets. 14 counts total. Unanimous.
The man's name is Linwei Ding, also known as Leon Ding. He was a software engineer at Google, and for almost a year, while sitting in the same offices as his colleagues, he was quietly building a second life
In China.
But to understand what he was building, we need to go back to 2019, the year Google hired him. 2019, Google hires Linwei Ding as a software engineer. His job, developing software for Google's supercomputing data centers. The same data centers that power Google AI. The same data centers that are, right now in 2026, at the center of the most important technology race on Earth. Inside these data centers lives the most valuable technology Google has ever built. Not their search engine, not YouTube.
Their chips.
Tensor processing units, TPUs, custom designed by Google. Years of development. The hardware that lets Google train AI models faster than anyone else on Earth. Combined with their GPU systems and custom smart NIC, network cards, Google has effectively built the most powerful AI supercomputer in the world. Linwei Ding has access to all of this, not just the physical hardware, the source code, the architecture documents, the blueprints that explain how it all fits together. Documents that, in the wrong hands, could give any country a decade-long head start in AI. June 2022, 3 years into his job at Google, Linwei Ding receives an email. It's from the CEO of a Beijing tech startup. They offer him a job as their chief technology officer, 100,000 Chinese yuan per month, plus bonus, plus company stock. Starting in May 2022, before the CTO offer, Ding had already started copying files. He had a method. He would open a confidential Google document on his work laptop, copy the content into the Apple Notes app, convert the note into a PDF, then upload the PDF to his personal Google Cloud account. Not the company account, his personal one. A cloud that Google couldn't see. Between May 2022 and April 2023, Linwei Ding transferred 1,255 documents to his personal cloud, an estimated 14,000 pages of Google's most sensitive AI material. TPU architecture, GPU systems, smart NIC specifications, the complete blueprint of Google's AI supercomputer. In his presentations to investors in China, he told them he could build an AI supercomputer by copying and modifying Google's technology. December 2023, Linwei Ding is in China, presenting at an investor conference in Beijing as CEO of his own startup, Shanghai Jiswan Technology Company Limited, a company he founded while still on Google's payroll. While in China, he asks a colleague back in California to do something. Scan his access badge into a Google building. So the records show he's in the United States.
When he's not.
On December 26th, 2023, Ding emails his manager. He's resigning from Google. He'd booked a one-way flight to Beijing, departing January 7th. On December 26th, the same day Ding sent his resignation, Google found out he had presented himself at that investor conference in Beijing. as CEO of a company they'd never heard of. Using their technology to raise money, Google suspended his network access, remotely locked his laptop, and called the FBI. January 4th, 2024. Google security personnel take Ding's work laptop and mobile device. January 6th. The FBI executes a search warrant at his home in Newark, California. Ding is not arrested that day. The FBI wants to build a case first, a case that can't be argued away. Inside the house, they find what they expected, and more. Ding had not used the files yet, at least not in any way that the FBI could directly trace to a product. His defense would later argue exactly this. Google chose openness over security. They did not take reasonable measures. The jury disagreed. The federal government argued they didn't need to prove he used the files, only that he intended to. March 2024. Federal grand jury indicts Linwei Ding. 4 counts. February 2025. Superseding indictment. 7 counts of economic espionage. 7 counts of theft of trade secrets. 14 counts total. January 2026. The trial begins. 11 days. Judge Vince Chabria, Federal Courthouse, San Francisco. The prosecution's argument is straightforward. He copied 14,000 pages of Google's most sensitive AI documents. He was secretly working for Chinese companies. He was applying to Chinese government talent programs. He was about to board a one-way flight to Beijing.
Every story on this channel starts where the official record ends. If that's the kind of thing you're here for, subscribe. And if this story is holding your attention, hit like. It takes 1 second. It's how this channel grows. Now, back to the story. It's about to get a lot darker. The defense argues Google failed to protect its own documents. Google chose openness over security, the defense attorney told the jury. They did not take reasonable measures.
January 29th, 2026. 11 days of trial. The jury deliberates and returns. Guilty on all 14 counts. Unanimous. He faces a maximum sentence of 10 years for each count of trade, secret theft, and 15 years for each count of economic espionage. 14 counts total. The math is not in his favor. This case was not about one engineer. It was about what happens when the most valuable technology in the world sits inside the head of a person who has decided to leave. The FBI's counterintelligence division called this case the most advanced AI espionage prosecution in United States history. It's also the very first conviction for AI-related economic espionage in American history. In 2022, when Ding started copying files, the FBI was tracking over 2,000 trade secret investigations, 60% of them with connections to China. The cases don't look like spy movies. No dead drops, no encoded messages, no fake identities. They look like a person at a laptop, copying text into notes, converting to PDF, uploading to a personal cloud. Linwei Ding awaits sentencing. His judge has already determined that he is not a flight risk. He was released pending sentencing. The technology he allegedly stole is still out there in a personal cloud account, in presentations he gave to investors in Beijing, in the company he founded while working for Google. The court filings do not say whether the stolen trade secrets remain in the hands of PRC-affiliated individuals or companies. In a statement after the verdict, Google said, "We're grateful to the jury for making sure justice was served today, sending a clear message that stealing trade secrets has serious consequences. The FBI was more direct. The theft and misuse of advanced artificial intelligence technology for the benefit of the People's Republic of China threatens our technological edge and economic competitiveness.
Both are true. Neither tells you what happens next.
In 2019, Google hired Linwei Ding to help build the future of AI. He spent the next 4 years doing exactly that. Just not only for Google, the race to control AI is not over. It may never be over. The only question is who's sitting at your desks and what they're carrying home. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscription. I'm getting close to YouTube monetization, and every subscriber helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.